Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Everyday's Friday Podcast 365 with me, your host, Maddie B43. Today, I'm excited to have Posey on the podcast. Not only is she a TikTok creator who brings fun and creativity to her work at a Toyota dealership, but she also is incredibly passionate about sharing her powerful journey through addiction, recovery, and finding her way back to faith. Welcome
Nice.
to the show, Posey.
Hi, thank you for having me on. I'm super excited.
Who may not be familiar with your line of work yet, could you give us a quick rundown of who you are and what you do?
So my name is Posey. I am a receptionist and also the social media manager at a dealership here in North Alabama, Toyota, to be exact. Um, so every day I go live. It's mostly just me at the desk, but my salesmen jump on, answer questions. We try to get people to come in and come see us, the whole nine, getting the advertisement going. Mhm.
Now, we talked briefly about you wanted to talk a little bit about your addiction. Can you tell us a little bit about your journey through with your
So
addiction and how you decided to get help?
I would say this started around when I was 19. I got really bad into alcohol, and I guess growing up, I had some issues here and there. My dad was in the army, and then when he got out, he was also addicted. So I guess that took into play too. Um, and it was only just about 2 months ago that I would say like an epiphany. All throughout my addiction, I was praying, but then I would slip, you know, back in. I guess it was like a cat and mouse game with the devil, that's the way I say it, because it always felt like I'd get away, but then the devil would snatch me right back and be like, no, come back. And then just one day I got down on my knees and I was like, I can't do this on my own. I definitely need more help. And from there, it's just been me and God, and I've been sober for a month and 4 days. So it's
That's what's been the hardest part of your recovery and how did you get through it?
I would say mostly just accepting the fact that I couldn't do it alone. I know, my main thing was wanting to do it by myself and just trying to get through it on my own, but it is very much okay to ask for help. So once I did that and acknowledged that I'm not capable of managing this by myself. And I mean not only asking for help from the Lord, but everybody around me.
Yeah, how did your faith help you during your recovery and what did God bring to you?
So I started going, I was sitting in church and I would feel this heaviness on me, and all I wanted to do was cry. And then, like a couple Sundays ago, the pastor actually singled me out, and he was like, "The Lord is saying that you can trust Him. Um, His life, like my life, is in His hands, and everything will be okay." And I think that was the thing that it was the thing that clicked in my head. I don't know how else to explain that. I'm sorry. I'm so
No, God shows up in different ways. And
bad with my words, but God is in the details if you really pay close attention, He's
yeah,
definitely one.
how do you stay strong in your faith and your recovery every day?
Um, Honestly, there's Bible apps that I use, and I wake up at a certain time and I just open my Bible to whatever page that is, and I just carry on a conversation with the Lord from there. And anytime that I'm feeling, because I'm not gonna lie to you, every other day I'm feeling like I need to go get a drink. I need to get a drink. Anytime I feel that way, I cut on gospel music. I look up my favorite verses. I do have a couple laid out. And once I start talking to him, he just steadies me out and gives me peace. I just try to remind myself that he is here and he's pushing me and I need to keep going. It is really hard, and I don't know. You just gotta have the spiritual strength, and he'll give it to you. When he will meet you halfway if you're willing to get there.
No, that's really amazing, Posey. I mean, what are some of the important lessons you've learned on your recovery with alcohol?
Um, Important was not to be so hard on myself. Um, that it's okay. It's not. slipping up is common, honestly, and it's a constant battle. He's my baby. It's a constant battle, but I've got my daughter to remind me that there's a purpose, and I've got to be a good role model, and I got to keep going. But addiction is hard. It's way more than just
Posey, are there any Bible verses?
Lamentations 3:22 through 23 is a good one as well.
Okay.
Baby. I don't know if you heard any of those. I've got
No, I heard a couple of them.
there. My phone's on
I'm a
too
man of
much.
faith too.
Oh, awesome. That's great. Fair is what he's opened my eyes up to. Um, the enemy wants to ruin everything around you, and you got to pray against that every day, all day, every day, all day, every day.
Yeah. Yeah, life's not a straight line. It's up and down all the time.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I never thought of it that way. To be honest, I just thought live by the common rules. There's a whole lot more you have to live by.
I mean, can I ask you this one? How has you sharing your TikTok story helped you connect with others?
So I've had people reach out to me and explain their situations, and that is my main goal at the end of the day, is for people to be able to compare with me in a way. That way we can talk through those things together.
Yeah, how do you balance making videos while you're sharing important messages with your recovery and faith?
So I work Monday through Friday. So there I'm mainly doing work TikToks, and then on the weekends I try to center my content towards that and somewhere else. That's why my content is so jumbled. So Monday through Friday it'll be dealership talk, and then Saturday through Sunday it's mostly the Lord, recovery, and what I go through on a day-to-day basis as being a mother, and how I handle the recovering from alcohol and being a mommy.
No, Posey, it's really remarkable. I mean, what has been the most fun part about working at the Toyota dealership and making TikToks there?
I would say that making the TikToks and being on the social media, I've had a ton of amazing opportunities at this dealership. They're paying for me to go to college. I've been able to get some experience with marketing and the media and all that. So I would say my most favorite part is getting online and talking to everybody. That's definitely my favorite. Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's really remarkable. I mean, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start their own TikTok journey?
I would say not to give up. Don't give up too soon, because you got to keep going. You got to be consistent. That was my big thing when I first started was, oh, I didn't blow up in the first 2 videos, so I don't want to keep doing this. But you just got to keep going. Keep going and pray, honestly.
Well, Posey, I do want to thank you for joining us today.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate you
having me
sharing your
on.
journey with us. Yeah, my pleasure. You should pocket full of Posies on TikTok. Check her out. As always, go chase your dreams, because your dreams will not chase you. Got anything else to say to the listeners?
No, just keep the faith, keep praying, and you'll get there.
You know, until next time,
Thank
every
you.
day is Friday.
Bye.